In November, I didn't get to watch too many movies because I was traveling in Texas for about 2.5 weeks. And yeah, I was spending a lot of time with family, eating good food, doing some wine tasting and all that. So yeah, most of the movies I watched was on a small screen inside of the airplane. The first movie I watched in November is called Old Boy. It's a South Korean film from 2003, and I had heard a lot of great things about it and was really excited to watch it because yeah, I'd heard there's a great plot twist in there, and while watching it, I didn't expect what was going to come. It's a movie about revenge where the guy's trying to figure out why he was imprisoned for the past 15 years and also why he was set free. The movie was a great success, and this led to Spike Lee making an American remake in 2013. Now, I haven't seen that version of the film yet, and I probably never will, or I'm not looking forward to seeing it anytime soon because there are just a lot of bad reviews. Yeah, I do highly recommend to watch the original one though. I'm a huge fan of Tarantino's Django Unchained, and so I decided to watch the original Django from 1966. The movies don't have much in common other than that there's a character whose name is Django and it's a Western film. But Frank Nero, who plays Django in the original version, actually appears in Django Unchained, and he and Jamie Foxx's character, he kind of looks at his outfit, and yeah, because it's just totally different, and they just have like a short conversation, which is kind of nice when you know that reference. The movie itself, though, isn't anything special, and if you want to watch a Western, there are many other Westerns to watch before this one. Then it was time to fly to Texas, and on the way over there, I decided to watch 3 movies. I started off with Luca, and yeah, ever since I saw the trailer for that movie, I was really excited to watch it because I just absolutely love Italy, and it really looked like a great summertime movie, and it was. 2 of these type of fish creatures decide to go explore the world above them, and they get to experience all the great things of living in Italy. 2 of these fish creature type of things decide to go explore the world above them, and yeah, they then get to experience all the great things of living in Italy. This movie got me really excited to hopefully go travel in Italy for a few weeks next summer. Usually on airplanes you find more of like blockbuster or just movies that a lot of people know, and so I was actually really surprised when I saw that Rebel Without a Cause was on there. I've been wanting to see a movie starring James Dean for quite a while now. He was an actor who passed away at 24 years old in a car crash. The pictures I've seen of him, he always looks so cool and just good looking in general. And this movie showed of how tender and emotional he was able to play his roles. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of his films. The last movie I watched on that flight was Black Widow. Scarlett Johansson has done such a great job of turning Natasha Romanoff into such a badass character, and I'm really glad she finally got her own movie. I'm also a big fan of Florence Pugh, and I really enjoyed the scenes of the 2 of them, the 2 sisters just talking to each other and also fighting in some of them. So on the way flying back to Switzerland, I decided to watch The Gentleman. It stars one of my favorite actors, Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, and Hugh Grant. And just like most of Guy Ritchie's films, it's about crime, about an illegal marijuana business is in it, and it just has your typical Guy Ritchie humor in it. What I enjoyed most about the movie was that Hugh Grant's character was telling a part of the story in the form of like a movie script. And yeah, just as like a filmmaker, there are definitely some elements in there that you will enjoy. When we got back home, I guess I was already missing Texas because I think like the next evening or so, I showed my parents Dazed and Confused. A lot of high school movies always have some dramatic events, the prom king and queen break up, or there's a horrific car crash and things like that. But Richard Linklater in an interview once said that when he thinks of high school, he didn't experience any of that. For him, his memories of high school It's him sitting in a car with his friends, listening to music and just driving around finding something to do. And that's what this movie is. With each performance that I watch by Jake Gyllenhaal, I become a bigger and bigger fan of his. With the movie Southpaw, he showed again of what a crazy physical change he could make in order to play a boxer. He delivered another really great performance. He made you feel all the emotions. And that's the good emotions and the bad ones. And the movie had a lot of both in it. This is probably like my second favorite boxing movie of all time, like right behind Rocky. I think they did a really good job on it. The last movie I watched last month was Breakfast at Tiffany's. A co-worker of mine is a huge Audrey Hepburn fan, and since I've never seen a film of hers, I asked her if I could borrow this film. I must say that her performance in this film is just really iconic. I've never seen any other films of hers, but I can just tell she's a really great actress and makes you feel a lot of different emotions, and I totally see why people just absolutely fall in love with her. Those were the movies I watched last month. Now I would like to give y'all some recommendations. First off, I'd recommend to watch Oldboy. I had a great time following the character and trying to figure out why he was set free. It's best to go into this movie not knowing anything about it or so because, yeah, you'll be surprised. Let me just tell you that. If you enjoy boxing movies and Jake Gyllenhaal just like I do, I recommend to watch Southpaw. It has everything you expect a boxing movie to have, and his performance just really makes you feel all types of emotions. And my third recommendation goes to Dazed and Confused. It really feels like you're just hanging out with your friends and just having a good time all together. There are also so many iconic lines in this film. Matthew McConaughey's performance is iconic as well. And if you're a fan of like classic rock music, the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Let me know which of these films y'all have seen and how y'all like them. And until next month.